as long as you can. When you kind of feel like, oh my God, my abs are going to explode, my butt hurts from bounce, walk again. Walk 5 strides, trot again. Why I want to do this, I know the dynamics are so different if I go posting, and my body tightens in ways that's not progressive to sitting better. Whereas if I walk, everything softens, and that's progressive to sitting better. Sitting in the body super tall, thinking shoulders really roll back. And I'm just going to tip you maybe an inch further back. And you're up, there you go. I don't want you to super extreme back, but I want to make a little tipping back to kind of slide your feet up toward the palm. That's good at the heel. Maybe work you got it with the stirrup, under the toe. Watch the circle that it doesn't change shape or take over at all. Go walking if you need. That's where I want you to walk instead of post. Fine, not a problem. But like I said, the walk you go, the post you go, oh, I'm getting tight, 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 so I'm going to follow it. And I want to fight it. I want to just keep sinking down into it. Trot again when you're ready. The sitting trot's one of those things, I mean, he's tough. Like I said, he's kind of a good teacher and a bad teacher for that. Because, I mean, I don't think he really knows, but he kind of knows how hard he is to sit on. Because he spends so much time training the rider when to sit and when not to sit. So, the thing with the sitting trot, though, that's a little bit kind of counterintuitive. It's almost like the looser you get, the more laid back you get about it, the less you think about it, the easier it gets. The harder you try to work it, the more stress you put on it, the harder it gets. Because it's all about actually the body releasing and sinking. So the minute there's some tension that creeps in the body, so what I would do, like I'm doing here, is trot again when you're ready. Lots of trot, walk, trot, walk, trot, walk. Like even myself, when I ride my horse every day, literally after she's warmed up, I generally do 5 minutes just trot, walk transitions. That's half for her, but most of it's really, I mean, probably more than half is for me. To just kind of get everything settled and working and sinking. Nice. Walk again. Walk into your strides. Trot again. It's a good way of kind of dipping in slowly into the water, right? Without kind of diving in and having to, like you jump into cold water and your chest goes tight and you can't breathe. You know that feeling? Right. Sitting trot does the same thing. If we just say, okay, trot, don't stop, shoulder in, go. Our bodies go, ah! After a few strides, and you can't do it. Whereas if you just go like here, I don't think the same as jump in the water and get it over with, but if you actually go into cold water slowly, and you can actually go in and breathe, and it'd be better than if you just dive in and your body goes into that shock. Good. Change very later. That's good moves with your hips. Definitely using a little bit of the leaning back right now to help keep the swing of the hip out in front of you, versus if I get a little upright or a little tipped forward, my shoulders get a little round, and there's any collapsing I start to do here over my own hips or over my own core, I can be in trouble. So keep opening the chest, sitting back, tipping back. And almost thinking of like, very mildly, but lean back against the bounce, versus let the bounce tip you forward. And that's that spot again. The moment it gets a little too weird or bouncy feeling, walk's perfect. Lean a little more back in the walk, and then I'm going to go from this kind of lean back state of walk to trot and see if I can hold my body there. Lean back. Good. More back. Yep, that's it. That's good. Nice. Should, yeah. Yep, yeah. That's why I said, like, especially if you go about a trot walk, just keep doing it. Don't avoid it. But just keep walking and trotting again. Walking. That's exactly right. Is the clenching, the tightening of everything goes away. Because you're like, hey, I don't need to panic when it feels bad because I can walk instead. So you start to kind of go, oh, this isn't as big of a deal as, you know what I mean? It's not that you're scared of it, but your body loses that little fear of, uh-oh, if it goes bad, I'm in trouble. You just go, if it goes bad, I'm walking. Good. Eyes way straight between the ears. Trotting. Part of to the leaning back just helps we don't do that in the long run extreme, but right now, lean back on it. Because it'll just help keep the hip a little pushed forward where it needs to be. Eyes between the ears. More back in your upper body. There it is, good. Good. So the leaning back kind of forces the swinging hip to work, and it dampens down the bounce of the front. Where I say in the long run, I don't want to lean back strong is some of the high impact work there. Forward, back, front. If I'm leaning too far back and putting that much pressure on the horse's back, it can have a lot of the wrong response in their body. But right now in this just sitting trot work, getting kind of a good comfort zone going with it, you know, finding the rhythm, finding the swing, lean back, and nice. Change direction again. Is it what? Wait a minute. Yeah. I wouldn't push back down per se, but the up they do for you. The down is where you release. Yeah, so I always think of the down aspect, is just going heavy, 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 heavy. Yeah. Also the interior of your chest. Almost like you take your shoulders, pull them up toward your ears, roll them back, and push them down. What you're after feeling in that mindset, you want to feel your shoulder blades drop. You know, like if you do arm circles at the top end, how your shoulders kind of lifting, 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 and then actually about here it starts to kind of drop back down. Yeah. Same thing, shoulders up, roll them back. I want to feel the dropping down, which is the opening up, kind of lifting of my chest. Because that allows my core to come out, the door, in a sense, to really open. Good. That's quite good. And roll back. Good. Way back. Nice. And then just go walk in, contact. In the walk line, go like straight out. Further back. Good. Even further. What I'm looking for, there you go. Just like I always say, like if you can get your ponytail off of your shoulders, off your back. There you go. Just for like to get the stretch here, right. To kind of go. You know, we don't need you that far back, but it's funny if we continue to go. Actually, even though it feels weird, that's the furthest back I could go. The middle ground starts to be like, hey, that's easy. Once more, way back. Good. See if you can stay there and trot back the circle. Stay back, more. Good. Way back. Yep. More back. Shoulders back, chest open. There you go. Good. Good. What I want you to just feel a little bit is the way the saddle starts to push your seat with the swing. The bounce starts to go away just a little bit. It comes and goes, but you start to feel more of that forward over the ground, swing of the hips being pulled, instead of the up and down aspect of the bounce. Does that make sense with that? Yeah. I would work the Sit Trot right now a lot. Where it doesn't, I mean, it can be alongside shoulder in too. I mean, I just wouldn't force myself to go longer than I can comfortably do. I would challenge myself constantly to go longer. I just wouldn't force it. And then what I'd be really careful of, aware of, or onto is going, that moment I get tight and I want to post, walk. And or over time, see if you can just go 3 strides longer, and then walk. Because you might find over time, because your body's so used to walking in that moment and relaxing in, you go, I bet now I'm just being aware of it. I bet if I keep going and just pick up like, you know, roses, sunshine, and, you know, perfume, maybe I can just let everything kind of relax, and I can find my zone again.
I've been doing, like I'll like sit 3 and then I'll
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a little bit of like, okay, actually, how does this now slowly?
Yeah. I think I tend to do the walk versus the posting only because, like I said, the dynamic is more walk, whereas the posting is more follow the tightness and tighten and get out of the saddle. So you might play with that and go see if you can do the same thing, but just put the walk in instead of the rising crouch. Yeah.
I know, Maddie's like, you can get abs, right? Sitting there, I'm like,
Yeah, that's why I said he's a really good teacher and a terrible one.